Everyone thinks they know the story of Luke Rockhold. The guy was supposed to be the future of the middleweight division. 6'3", 185 pounds, walking around like a Greek god, black belt jiu-jitsu, vicious kicks, and a top game that made champions tap. In his prime, he ragdolled Chris Weidman to win the UFC title, submitted Lyoto Machida like it was nothing, and looked unstoppable. On paper, it seemed unfair. The height, the reach, the skill, he had it all. But what Luke had in talent, he lost in something else. Speed? No. Power? No. It was his chin and his ego. It's pretty much a coin toss what you think caused his downfall. But it got me thinking. Looking at the middleweight division today, it feels like just about every top guy is a technical monster with knockout power. From South African beasts to undefeated Chechens, the 185-pound division is more dangerous today than ever before. Are middleweights getting deadlier? Or does the pretty boy striker still have a chance? In today's game? Well, there's only one way to find out. This is prime Luke Rockhold. In 2015, he became the UFC middleweight champion by absolutely destroying Chris Weidman. One of the most dominant performances we've ever seen at 185. His fighting style was beautiful to watch. Those long, snapping kicks to the body, seamless takedowns, and ground and pound that ended fights. The tallest champ in a while at 6'3", his reach and size did him favors against most opponents. He proved that skill, athleticism, and technique could earn a middleweight title. But Luke was cocky, trash-talking, and ultimately the product of his own overconfidence. His chin, specifically his weakness to left hands and hooks, did him zero favors against Michael Bisping, who dropped him cold in the first round despite being the massive underdog on short notice. So it's obvious that, at a certain point, arrogance and poor defense start to limit a fighter's longevity and success. Of the past, really puts things in perspective. Anderson Silva, arguably the most terrifying middleweight ever, was 6'2", around 185, slick, elusive, deadly. Chris Weidman, the All-American wrestler who ended Silva's reign, was 6'2", 185, powerful but grounded. Certainly not small guys by any means, but they'd be right at home with modern fighters like Israel Adesanya at 6'4", or Khamzat Chimaev's relentless pressure. Today, Dricus du Plessis is considered a wrestling powerhouse, but he's 6'1", durable as hell. Guys like Sean Strickland or Robert Whittaker bring technical boxing and endless cardio. Which begs the question, are middleweights really getting tougher? Here are some average heights and builds from top middleweights over the years. Back in the Silva era, guys hovered around 6'2" to 6'3". Then we had the Weidman-Rockhold era, tall, athletic strikers. Rockhold dominates Weidman, Bisping shocks the world. Then Yoel Romero and Jan Blachowicz enter the picture and keep it a power puncher's game. Of course, there are slick technicians and wrestling beasts, but the numbers don't lie. We are in the era of the complete killer. The top middleweights today would make the champs from 2010 look evenly matched, but with way more one-punch KO power everywhere. In fact, everyone in the top 10 today has the tools to expose a high chin and bad habits. After Michael Bisping outclassed Luke in that upset, wait, no, Bisping knocked him out cold. Rockhold had a meltdown, but kept coming back. Self-admittedly, his ego wouldn't let him fix the flaws. Hands too low, chin too high. Overconfidence against lesser opponents. Sure, he looked like a model, talked big, and had all the talent, but that arrogance took away from the most important thing, his defense. Is the confidence to bully and dominate smaller guys worth the sacrifice in pure, long-term survival? I might just favor the defensive wizards today against the flashy strikers of yesterday, which makes clashes in the modern division infinitely more interesting. Luke Rockhold was huge for 185, skilled as hell. But let's not forget, he got slept by Bisping, then Romero, then Blachowicz with the same left hand over and over. In today's middleweight division, a chin like that gets exposed fast. Did we have it right with the technical giants of the past? Or are the durable, well-rounded beasts here to stay? Oh, and what about prime Luke Rockhold? Could a 6'3", kickboxing jiu-jitsu maniac ever become champion again? Well, we know what happened when he didn't adapt. If you believe prime Rockhold could beat today's top guys, then you have to think a flawless version has a chance. But interestingly enough, his own flaws may have been the toughest opponent of his career.